Hey, how's everyone doing? So this is Cyber and Things. Okay, we have our guest speaker, Yuri. My name is Ahmad, and the co-host, a little bit myself. My background is API developer, but I am right now the CEO of Apt IQ. Ahmed, go ahead and introduce yourself.
Yeah, I'm the COO of AppIQ Technologies. We're a cybersecurity firm. I have been in technology for more than 10 years, working with cybersecurity. And more recently, within the last 3 years, we've been focusing heavily on drone technology. And today we have a very exciting guest from SkyDrones, Yuri. He's a great mind in the space and great in opening for our first podcast of the 2025 year. Yuri, if you want to give us a little bit about yourself, and
Thank you.
it's very good to have you.
Thank you, Usman. Thank you for having me. And yeah, great to join this podcast. So I have a background in software development. I have a master degree on this, on computer science, and used to work in various roles in this area. And after that, analyst, project manager, lead software analyst. I already had my company, custom software development company. And after that, I started thinking what I'm going to do next, what I would like to do, what I want to do. And then, like after a month or two, I came to drones. So I decided that I want to join the drone industry, that I want to be here. And I just started to learn things about drone industry, like connect with people on LinkedIn, chat with them, read articles, talk to people. And this way I found like Kirill Shilov, he is our founder. So we had a brief chat. And after that, we agreed that I can work for a SkyDrones company, and I'm the first employee here.
Wow, that's incredible.
Nice.
That's
That's amazing.
incredible. First employee. How was that?
How are the challenges with
I think it can be challenging for generic people who usually work in corporations, this kind of people. But here in SkyDrones, all people are like A players, some entrepreneurial minds,
Very good.
and it's not complicated because we know how to solve problems, we know how to do things, we know how to take responsibility, and like of course it's startup. It's not clear, not every time clear what to do and how to do it. A lot of uncertainty, a lot of challenges, a lot of work. We work a lot. We work not like 9 to 5. But for people like me, I don't know, it's fine, and for my colleagues as well.
So, like, what inspired you to join SkyDrones? Like, what was it?
First is this company, SkyDrones, develops a lot of advanced technology, advanced avionics solution, advanced hardware, advanced software. And I just went through the market and seeing like what's here, what companies are represented here. And I saw a great potential in all this and the developments that company introduced to the market. And I wanted to work together with Kirill to like, move it forward.
what is your biggest challenge that you faced, like in 2024? What was something that you want to speak about in 2024 that was like, I don't know if I could do this. What do I need to do? How did you like overcome your biggest problem that you faced?
You mean me personally or company?
Of the company that that put you on kind of a little bit of an edge. There's always a situation that occurs, right, when you're in a startup that you know.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
I can tell you about one thing. So we used to sell just avionics, cloud solutions. So in general, it's advanced components for the drones, like advanced drone components, parts of the drone. And we really faced some challenges here. So people like our customers come to us, they want those advanced features, they want advanced drones. They purchase hardware from us, but it's quite challenging for them to use it because they need a lot of technical skills to implement all this advanced technology. And we see this situation repeat. And we started to sell just drone platforms, like the whole drone platforms. And after that, this technical complexity is like it's hidden inside the drone, and our team handles it. And after that, the end user gets the end product, the drone, and this drone like is ready. They can fly it much easier to provide training for them to operate the advanced drone that our technical team assembled. And also speaking with the customers, speaking with customers with their technical teams. I almost never seen technical skills that Kirill has. So Kirill is quite highly skilled. He developed all this avionics from scratch. He designed all this. Yeah. So he is brightest technical mind. Like when I speak to the customers, almost never seen a guy with the same technical expertise on their side. Like almost 1 or 2 times there was a guy who can even just ask relevant questions, like deep questions that Kirill started to think about, not
Right.
just getting answers from top of his mind. And the problem here is the drone industry, like it wants to work to do a lot of technical stuff, but not so many people that can actually do it.
So I'm seeing that from that, obviously developing technology whilst trying to be competitive in the marketplace, right? And then having the end user be able to function. How is that something that you were able to overcome? And then in further development, how do you think about that?
You mean further development of the drone technology?
Yes, correct.
Okay, well, that's interesting bit, really. So, okay, let's speak about drone technology. For now, as I see, the drone technology is limited by regulations, but we put it aside for now.
Yes, of course.
On the technical side, of things, I think the batteries and their capacity, they are like quite small. The battery capacity is quite small, and right now the power density that the drone can take is also quite small. And I think this this power density will be developed much further. So now there are ongoing R&D things happening with batteries. There will be much better batteries. Now we have drones powered by petrol with
Wow.
combustion engines. So we offer, for example, drones that can fly for 10 hours on the
Wow.
petrol. But it's like relatively old technology. And now we also work on hydrogen technology as well with Honeywell. So uh, we already have their gaseous hydrogen in our Skyline 350. It provides 3x flight time, so roughly 10-12 hours for unmanned system. And then this hydrogen thing, I think, will develop further. And another big thing here is artificial intelligence, of course. So now we and other drone companies, like all drone companies, apply artificial intelligence in all aspects of drone technology. So first and the most straightforward that you already seen everywhere, it's data processing, video processing. So you can detect fire, you can detect vehicles, people, you can detect bad intentions even, various means of detection. But there is also artificial intelligence that optimize drone parameters to achieve better flight performance. We also have several means of GNSS denied navigation. I can speak about this if you're interested.
Please. Yes, of course.
Yeah, and several of them are powered by advanced software and in particular artificial intelligence.
Can you expand on that?
Yeah, definitely. I would love to if it's interesting. Then the first thing that we do here in house is matching. So you have a map, a predefined map, like Google Maps, for example, something, and you have a camera that faces down from the drone. So you have a video feed. Then artificial intelligence compares the video feed from the drone with the predefined map that you already have, and like understands what features are common and finds the position. So you already know that you are in some surroundings, so you still know your
Some
rough
form of
coordinates.
geofencing.
Not geofencing, that finding the coordinates. So geofencing is another technology. It's also old. Geofence is like you program autopilot to put a fence around your operations area. And your drone cannot leave this area. If your drone leaves this area, then return to home or return to land activated, and the drone returns back, and that's all. So if somehow drone leaves this area, it's just a safety feature and it's predefined. Regarding GNSS denied navigation, you match the map with the down-facing camera, and you find your position here. So the GNSS denied navigation in general, it's like you have GNSS sensor on your drone. It's connected to global satellites. And the threat here is there is a lot of hardware that can suppress these GNSS signals, suppress or spoof. And it's not easy, it's not hard to get it. So you can purchase it on AliExpress. It's not allowed to use it, but criminals can still use it. And like also the drones for warfighters, they should breach several layer defense, and there is electronic warfare there. And also they need GNSS denied navigation because they cannot count on GNSS. And like one of the means of GNSS denied navigation, as I said, is map matching. So it, it it's like you are looking from the drone, seeing the map, and I know this place.
Right.
I know where yeah.
Yeah.
So after that,
Very cool.
You can find your position with precision of 100 meters.
Wow.
Yuri, I had a question
Yeah.
to ask you. Going
Yeah.
back into the petrol and hydrogen. Oh, when it comes to switching from petrol to hydrogen, is that lowering down the cost for you guys, or what's? I know there's a lot more fly time that you mentioned. However, what about the cost?
Yeah. Okay. So each technology has pros and cons, and also we need to consider that hydrogen technology is new. It's like only been trialed, and combustion engines is old technology. So you see a lot of scooters, you see a lot of cars there. So it's old and well defined. And if you see how cars progressed, so the first cars was worse than horses.
Yes,
And now with hydrogen, we have the same situation. It's not like industrially applicable technology. It's like a bit unmature, not mature. And how it will progress, then it will start from hubs with the hydrogen generation, some electrolysis or chemical hydrogen generation. And from this hub, you can start hydrogen operations. For now, they are more expensive. And as any technology that is like new, but it also doesn't provide any pollution, any CO2 or this. So it provides only water, and it has better power density.
Now, I do have a question. I'm going to ask him about hydrogen. Now, for hot air balloons, they used in the past, they used hydrogen, right? And then they switched into helium because hydrogen is dangerous.
Yeah, it ended not well.
You tried helium? You guys have tried helium before?
No. We haven't tried. So helium is, so the helium principle is it's lightweight. It's lighter than air, and that's why it lifts something. Yeah, and
Okay.
hydrogen, you burn hydrogen.
Yeah, it's
And
very dense.
Yeah.
It's like you burn petrol, you burn hydrogen, you burn like water. It's the same. And this is how you get the heat and the energy. And the situation with helium is just passive. So
Okay.
you just have things that flies up.
So with advancements in the LTE connectivity, what do you see as the next big technology breakthrough within the drone industry? Is there anything you guys are working on that you could talk about?
Yeah.
I know you're doing a lot over there. You know, I let the people know.
Okay. Yeah, we started to talk about this a little bit.
Yeah,
I
a little.
think a little bit. I think first thing is power density. We don't work on this on some like advanced batteries, on some hydrogen. We apply this, yeah. But mostly we are on the AI side of things, like how to apply AI to different to the drone industry. As I said, like general denied navigation, data processing, better flight time, all this stuff. So artificial intelligence is definitely an next thing here. And also the drone will become more smart, more autonomous, so they will do more things. That's the thing. Also, like materials are also developed, but I think like artificial intelligence and batteries is the most important part. Oh, also, I see that there will be more jet-powered UAVs later, but it's also on the military side of things.
Right. I imagine those being much bigger drones, right?
Much bigger drones as well. And
Right.
also one trend here is the drones becomes cheaper. So it's also not major technology, new technology, and it's quite expensive right now. But it will become more common, more like it will cost less, much less, much less. So this is a movement where it's all moving. And also, if you take a look at Unreal strategy, for example, they want to produce a lot of low-cost drones in America.
Yes, big time. So you're getting a lot of third-party parts from all over the world. And I also saw that you guys are definitely doing a lot of that in terms of where you're sourcing your parts are vetted. Which kudos to you, because that's a big compliance check mark, I would say. So if you were to look back in your journey with SkyDrones, and have a conversation with your younger self, just starting out in the aerospace as a cybersecurity nerd or a computer science nerd, shall I say, what would you tell him? And what's the biggest lessons that you've learned along the way?
That's interesting question.
Yeah, because there's going to be people coming into the game, and this is it's an amazing space, and you have a plethora of experience, much value to be given and to be learned from. So
okay, yeah,
and your company as well.
So the main thing I think here is to start fast, start early, start fast. So now we live in a world where everything is much more like available. So if you have some ideas, you can share them on YouTube. Okay, if somebody is interested, they will listen to you. You don't need a TV studio. You don't need everything. You can share your ideas right now. Like if you want to have some prototype, like create some robotic prototype. You have a new idea. Okay, you can do it in your garage. Not so much money needed to start like prototyping, to start advertising, like connecting with people on LinkedIn, on maybe Twitter, somewhere, sharing your ideas, explaining, and the experience. So if somebody wants to go as an entrepreneur, the experience is the most valuable thing here. So you cannot just read a book and become an entrepreneur. So you need to start fast. You need to start doing something. And the most valuable thing, skills here are marketing, sales, and technology. They can be distributed through the teams, but you need to do it, and you need to get the feedback and get the audience as well. So if you want to build a robot for some specific industry, so you need to connect with people in the industry, start to speak with those people, and this will open doors.
And obviously, you guys have worked in many different industries, right? So, what's some like the most exciting use case you guys have had with your drones till date? And again, if you go check out SkyDrones website, you'll see a lot of the fascinating things that you're doing. It's pretty high speed stuff. So, tell me about it. What do you think?
Okay, yeah. So first, we move so fast that we cannot update our website for some like 2 years probably. So we do completely different stuff right now, but I think we will make sure to update it. Now regarding exciting thing, the industry here is. I would like to tell you more about the market.
Yeah, please.
Yeah,
It goes both ways.
yeah. I will tell you about the market, but answering your question, it's a lot on government side of things and a lot of NDAs here, and I cannot disclose much on this, but
Yeah,
I
of
can
course.
tell you that Honeywell published about our hydrogen drone, with the hydrogen propulsion with the grade navigation. So this one of the things that we do. I can tell you that we also on the ISR market, intelligence, surveillance, reconnaissance, like in simple words, it's drone with advanced camera, 30x zoom, something like thermal camera, something, the camera that can spot something and that is equipped with AI. That's for security purposes, mainly for security, for like fighting drug trafficking, for fighting terrorism and so on. We sell a lot of this kind of drones, ISR, and also a lot of really great R&D work happening right now that I cannot disclose, like some GNSS denied navigation, all advanced drone capabilities. Yeah, but sorry, I can speak about the market
Yeah, no,
if you.
that's understandable.
No, that's huge. I mean, you guys are working
Yeah,
in a lot of really excellent spaces and working with. Are you guys focused on anything with lidar at all? Are you utilizing this technology?
yeah, I will tell you.
Please.
So the market itself, first segment is consumer. You probably saw like DJI. You can buy DJI, you can shoot your wedding, so it's consumer market. We are not
Yes.
here because there's plenty of cheap technology, and we will compete on the price. And we are doing a lot of advanced stuff, but in small series. Then next we come to drone as a weapon, something like warfighter drone, something that you can see in Ukraine. FPV drones, drones that can carry other like drones with munition, drones that can carry bombs, like plenty of technology here. It's a huge segment, really. We are not here as well, so we don't manufacture weapon itself, but I believe it's the largest segment right now because you can think of cost of a tank, and now the drone can destroy a tank. So they put a lot of money in this. And also Elon Musk just said it will be a war of robots, next war. So now drone is a robot, and there is a ground robotics, like underwater robotics, there's a surface robotic, and this robotics progress quite fast. Based on artificial intelligence and all those advancements, I think there will be plenty of robots in the next wars. Then we move to the next segment is security. Security is something like intelligence, surveillance, reconnaissance. Imagine agencies, border patrol agency, or some kind of police, somebody. They need to secure the area that they protect. So they need to spot something that happened there. So they need patrol, they need to send the drone to see what's happening there. A lot of applications. But usually it's a like drone with a camera that streams the video in real time to the headquarters. And here you asked about LTE. So in the city, it's well packed with LTE or maybe 5G in the most advanced cases. Yes, you can stream the video via LTE, or in some rural areas we have like long range radio, or Starlink is coming for this like, as a data link. But anyway, it will be video streaming. So this is a large segment, really drone with a camera, like for first responders, for security purposes. The segment that you already mentioned is like we put it enterprise. Some commercial companies that can improve.
But
the
I just want to
operation.
say, you did mention about your 5G, right? And we looked up your Smart Tap Airlink 5G. Is this like a new technology you guys are pushing out? Because it looks fantastic.
Yes, amazing. Yeah, we have 5G Airlink. It's already equipped with a modem that connects to 5G technology. We already tested it in several places.
Can you tell like the broader audience what it is exactly?
5G?
Yes, so they can understand what it means
Okay.
for the layman.
Okay, so sorry, yeah, I'm
Yeah.
a bit biased because.
No, yeah, of course.
Okay,
Well,
so
experts here, yeah.
now we have in the city we have data transfer technology. It's LTE or 4G. It's already old technology that is widespread. 5G technology offers much better data rate, so the data transfer much faster. It's not only about the video streaming. You can transmit really huge amount of data. We tested it here, and it opens you can do some cloud artificial intelligence. Plenty of various applications are opening, but it also has a limited range. That's the limitation. So you need to put more 5G stations to cover the area as a whole. And for now, it's not like here. It will be quite fantastic technology for first responders and for like somebody who operates in the city.
I see. But like you can
connect the
for example, add it to like a police car, and then like that would it basically be the link between that and the system, right?
Yeah. So police car can be connected, and you can transfer all the videos from all the sensors on the car. Like if you have LiDARs, you can also transfer all this and process in your center location. So 5G is has quite good bandwidth, so you can transfer all the data just in real time. And if you lose the drone, for example, all the data is there. Actually, this is what we do with our SkyDrones cloud. So we have web, GCS, flight management, fleet management application where you can see all your drones. They are connected via the network. They are connected online. So you can see the drone on the map. You can see coordinates. You can see the video feed. And if you operate several drones, you can see all of them and all the video feeds. So imagine if it's an agency that operates 10 drones, they can see all the drones in their headquarters in one unified interface and connect to each one. They can just return to land one of them. Yeah, that's already here. The technology is here. It can be deployed locally on the customer premises. It can be deployed like on our server. That works here. And regarding the 5G, one thing here to mention, one of the applications is Glasgow Airport. They already have 5G installed on their runway, and we help them to do some surveys. And so we measured this network quality. And after that, then we collected a lot of data about the network performance, about the metrics, and then Strathclyde University there in Glasgow processed this data, and they came to conclusion that they can use this network for drones. So when the drone comes to the airport, like in the future, the drone can be connected to this 5G network. So if it doesn't have like good radio connection, good 4G connection, it will be connected to 5G network, and it will provide a quite safe landing in the airport in the congested airspace. And it worked fantastic, really fantastic.
I'd imagine go on. Sorry, Ahmed, go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead. You want to put a comment? I want to ask a further question about regulation, but go ahead.
Yeah.
Can I just add a little bit about this 5G case? That's quite interesting because we operated on the runway of Glasgow Airport in March in Scotland. Cold, and
very cold.
And we were allowed to operate only at night because like at daytime airport operated, and at night there was some works on the runway, and we operated. It was like quite cold, windy, heavy rain, and we just were looking for windows there just to operate, to fly the drone. The drone was completely waterproof, and then still the rain was sometimes like horizontal, like this. Yeah.
The UK would present horizontal rain.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, definitely.
From the ground and from the sky.
Yeah, definitely.
So what were we going to ask about compliance?
I just wanted to see how do you guys like mitigate with like regulations and compliance, of course, dealing with different countries, and how SkyDrones does that, you know?
Yeah, of course. Let me explain how this thing works in general. So we are a drone manufacturer, or like vendor, like a car vendor.
Yeah, great.
Sounds like this. there are companies that are operators. We are also technically an operator in the UK. We can operate the drone. But the companies that provide like some mapping services with LiDAR, as Uman said, they are operators. So they are registered with CA here, with FAA in the United States, like Transport Canada in Canada, and they need to fulfill this regulation. It's like airlines, it's the same.
Right.
Then, when we talk about compliance, the regulator sees compliance of the whole operation, not about the drone. So there are some drone certification, but almost nothing.
Right.
Mostly they care about the operations as a whole. And it means like where you're going to fly, what is the ground risk, what is the air risk, what drone you're going to fly, what are your operational procedures, how you are mature as an operator. So plenty of questions, and usually an operator submits a safety case where all this is detailed. And the drone is a part of this.
Right.
And now we come to our role as a SkyDrones as a drone vendor. Now we need to supply them a drone that
meets. Yes. Yeah.
and part of them comes from like common knowledge about the regulations, but part of them comes from the operator, how they operate and what technical means of compliance they need, like the parachute, kill switch, something. On technical side, we can do everything on this really. So we have detect and avoid, we have like remote ID, we have a kill switch, parachutes, like everything. So anything they want, we just implement. And usually major operators, they already know what technical means of compliance they need. So they can provide us with the requirements. But anyway, we still.
Given you mentioned little to like you said that there's little to no regulation, right? In regards to like some of the drones, is it like a scary drone story that you've ever come across that you'd be open to sharing, or from outside that you've heard of, or anything like that?
It's not like no regulations to the drones. So
absolutely
the operations is heavily regulated. Really.
Yes, it's coming along for sure. Yeah.
Okay, scary stories about the drones. Okay, I will tell you. Okay. We are coming a little bit to cybersecurity, but anyway. So I have guys in counter-US companies, of course, we speak, and they told me that the United Kingdom is almost not protected against the drone attack. And I don't mean like some adversaries like state. It's not like government.
No.
I mean, like, if you guys can launch a drone and send it to Buckingham Palace,
like Tom, Dick, or Harry.
Yeah. So it's not covered at all, and that's scary for me because, like, coming to cybersecurity, the drone like is a connected vehicle, connected IoT device. It's a computer, flying computer, like a connected car. Connected car is also like a computer on a wheel.
Absolutely.
So that's the same. What if somebody will take the control? Yeah,
I think that's the biggest concern. That's a huge concern for sure.
That's the biggest concern, really. And there are three risks. One risk is that if they can send the drone somewhere, it's a great security risk. So people can suffer some buildings. You can see everything on Ukraine and in Russia, all this. The second risk is like the drone is flying, and if it's connected to some system, the video and the photo can be stolen, and it provides a lot of intelligence to and that's why in the United States DJI drones are banned because they are connected to their system. You see, so the drone can stream all those videos. And also imagine commercial companies that rely on drones or connected cars or something. And if somebody turns them off, okay, no ground risk, no damage, no something, but they are turned off. So they will suffer. Their operations are stopped. They lose money.
Right.
So a lot of risks on cybersecurity. And as the technology will be maturing, of course, cybersecurity will be a large issue.
Yeah, for sure. And so given that you worked, and you mentioned that drones, I'm sorry, you worked in aerospace, right? And now you're leading the charge, given you were employee number one, and you collaborate with like large scale industries. As a visionary, in my opinion, and I'm sure Ahmed could agree, both you and your company, what would your dream partnership look like if you could build a drone for a particular industry that you're not working with today? And what drones bring to the table? Like, what do you think kids can bring to that table that you would like to be at?
Okay. Yeah, I will tell you. So imagine just the UK. We have national grid, we have network rail here, we have national highways, we
Huge.
have huge companies. Really, they can benefit from drones, like drone
Absolutely.
inspections from everything. But we are not allowed to do it because regulations are like moving at a glacial speed. But I would imagine that we have 5G connected, like in the city, in ports, and the drones are flying everywhere. That they do a lot of work that helps people, that improves
Absolutely.
people's life. And
Absolutely.
also, last week I was at Kelos project presentation in Scotland. It's the largest medical logistics project in Scotland. We contributed also to this. And imagine the drone that can deliver defibrillator, that can deliver some medicals, or the drone for
Even a heart or a lung to a
definitely.
patient who's, yeah. Please.
So how this works is there is a central like hospital facility where some very rare and expensive things are stored, like blood or some medications. You cannot have them in every village. And then if somebody needs, you send a drone, and in half an hour, maybe in an hour, they have it. They have these rare things. And
Right.
it's also not an option to store them at every village, because they also have some time after that you should throw it away.
Yeah, I think like there's a 2 hour period basically, and or else the organ can die.
Yeah,
You have to store it in a certain way.
And the medications also they have some term from which they are valid. So they are valid like for 2 years, for example. And that's all. And if you store them in a small village and nobody needs it, then you throw them away. Somebody does it. But you can store everything in the main central facility and just deliver when they are needed. Like another application, we also part of this is
So it sounds like you would want to work in healthcare, particularly, or public sector, or
Medical carrier.
we are a bit. We are also a bit in this area. Yes.
Okay.
We work on this on medical logistics, I would say.
Okay.
Drones are quite good for logistics and for
Absolutely.
medical logistics. As I
Absolutely.
said, like plenty of applications, like for central hospital to serve larger territory.
But for sure, within that process, there would surely have to be like security frameworks in place. And as you said, I think it's an amazing function because UAV drones serve as a big positive to the overall community. But there also has to be those checks and balances in place for.
They also have some risks, and the regulator is right on something. So imagine the drone that weighs like 25 kilograms with 4 large batteries, and if it doesn't carry even bombs and something, but if it just hit somebody, what will happen?
Not only hit someone, for example, if there's a life and death situation, for example, if you want to transport a heart.
Yeah.
Now, in my opinion, a helicopter and the drone really same function, right?
Same function.
But except I think with a drone, obviously will move things along a lot quicker, and potentially a lot more efficiently. But there do have to be those checks and balances in place, because for example, if this particular drone was hacked or spoofed for any particular reason, then someone could lose a heart or a lung, and then threat actors can utilize this and try to utilize it in a negative way. But I think what you're saying, this is like, I hope that you guys open this door, and I think there's, like you said, there's so many opportunities across the globe.
A lot of opportunities, like all related to beyond visual line of sight flights. There is visual line of sight when you see the drone. It's 500 meters usually. It's like power cell, like cell tower inspection, for example.
Yeah.
You come to the cell tower, you launch the drone, fly around the cell tower. That's fine. But if you want to deliver some medications, for example, you need to fly like where you don't see the drone, like some 100 kilometers, 50 kilometers. And here the regulations are quite strict. And those applications are not allowed.
I think a lot of what's happening is that they're fearful, right? They're not. They're more in fear paralysis, as opposed to allowing this amazing function to support overall activities within the community. So I think you're absolutely right. I just want to. Yeah.
So anyway, we move into this direction. There are a lot of beyond visual line of sight trials. They are just not routine operations right now. And I think we will come there. and it's really a dream when drone can help. Also, your point, Usman, is quite good regarding helicopters. So yes, drones can substitute helicopters. They
Yes, I
are
can.
much cheaper, much cheaper.
Much cheaper, much faster,
Yeah,
and a lot of, obviously, helicopters serve amazing. They're NASA as well, but drones move a lot quicker in terms of takeoff and moving around speed, So just as drones, they're great at carrying out tasks, right? We know this. But what's the human side of working with them like? So do you have any cool stories of how drones have helped people and any unexpected ways, or just making life easier other than what we just spoke about today, right now?
yeah, there are also a lot of stories of using drones in search and rescue. So imagine somebody lost in the forest. Usually, group of people go through the forest and try to find
Right.
the person lost. Now we can send several
That's
drones with thermal cameras.
huge.
Yeah, yeah, that's huge. Really,
We get a
search and rescue
bell.
operations. Yeah. Or some like in snowy areas when somebody is lost in the snow, or you also have a drone with a sensor, so you can find them and send somebody to help. And the
Absolutely.
drone that can drop, for example, can drop a life jacket to people who like in the sea who sink in the sea. So a lot of opportunities really
It can support operations for sure.
for port operations. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's not so exciting, but it's more enterprise operations. They're definitely here because also ports wants to send the drone to first deliver something on the ship that is on there, or maybe to do some kind of inspection. So there are several inspections that the vessel should go through until it enters the port. So you can send the drone, fly around, gather the video, gather like all this, and speed up those inspections. That's also a tip. When beyond visual line of sight, flights are allowed.
So obviously, safety is a huge concern for drones, as you mentioned before. I just wanted to jump back to that, right? But if you could design as a safety feature that was fun, maybe something playful or unexpected, what would it be?
Fun safety feature.
Yeah.
I don't think there's anything regulations. I think everything makes it a little bit difficult to be fun.
I never thought from this perspective about the regulations. Never have been thinking
Do we
about
have any fun
regulations
safety
that are
features?
funny.
I mean,
Maybe
A red button, to stop the operation. That can be fun.
immediate kill switch. How about that?
switch. It's already here. Kill switch is already here, but you can make it a red button like
Yeah.
bomb.
That makes it more fun, right?
Yes.
Something
Don't
funny.
push the red button.
Yes.
Two
Exactly.
people have keys, and you're both going and shut it down. So drones are technology is used in so many different industries, from agriculture and security, like you mentioned before. What's one of the most unexpected ways you've seen drones being used, or a wild idea you've had yourself? Even
I can tell you, but it's like one of the applications, like police use the drones with thermal sensor to find the guys who grow wheat. They fly over the roofs, and when the roof is hot, then they come and pay a visit to those guys.
well, they were
I
doing
know.
that with helicopters before, weren't they? I'm sure. I'm
Yeah,
sure they were. Yeah,
yeah,
but
they
it's
were.
just more efficient.
Probably you are
Whatever.
right.
No, I mean UAV is more efficient. It's quieter. It's
Yeah,
easier to move around. Less noise.
yeah, you are right. And probably I'm not so good at fun things. Yeah, for agriculture, I can tell you that there are like spraying drones, like heavy leaf flash spraying drones that carry a lot of like pesticides or something. There are drones that fly over like everything and make some photos, videos, and you can find what's happening with your like growth. That's also I can tell you. But about unexpected, I know that cartels also utilize the drone a lot. So yes, they started to smuggle the drugs, obviously, then surveillance, and now they use strike drones. They use FPV drones against Mexican army and against U.S. border force. So they are like weaponized enough right now.
Okay, so just
Oh, so
yeah,
sorry,
yeah.
Coach. So how do you, when you guys have a customer coming in, how do you know if they're from the cartel or not? Like, do you guys sell to the cartel indirectly? Or you don't even know?
We don't sell to them directly, and I think indirectly as well, because we have a register of the unmanned systems that we sold. And of course, we do some kind of like background check because
It's very important.
it's, yeah, It's technologies that can be used can be used wrong. And of course, we know who are they. Like they come to us. For example, we have like Sinclair College from the United States. They came to us. They want to teach people how to fly drones. Okay, we know them. We have their facilities. We have like their cards, emails, everything. So we check. We check every customer, and of course, we know a lot about how they are going to utilize our drones. And those companies that we sell to, they are not like new companies that just appeared on the market. We don't
Yeah.
have such a customers. Maybe just because this technology is also a bit expensive.
So Yuri, I have a question about, we just mentioned about the cartels and stuff like that. So it's easy for people to build drones themselves. So the cartel have access from the internet to build them on their own. So this is back into the security aspect. Like they're not that secure, right? Anybody can just build a drone.
Definitely. But you can also buy it in the store.
Right. You can make it. You can make it at home.
Imagine you are in the UK. There is a store where you can just order, and in a few days you will have a drone.
Wow. You see, this is the regulation that that needs to be, put in place. Like, I'm not saying about you guys, but maybe the government themselves, like these countries, the UK. They said you guys are scared of being attacked by drones.
You see, there are a lot of cars in the street, and also autonomous cars as well.
Yeah.
They're connected cars, computers. Should the government ban them?
No, of course not.
They're dangerous.
Yeah, they are dangerous.
So you probably saw one guy that used a car as a weapon to strike the crowd, and there was a lot of casualties. So should we ban the cars? No,
absolutely not.
Yeah, so it's tricky question, and also I'm not really a relevant guy to answer this because it's more like political question. It's more about like a question to politicians.
Right.
But it's really tricky from a technical perspective. Of course, I want our technical staff to be allowed and to bring a lot of good things to people.
As do we. We love drones and at FAQ, and we find it to be, like, I can speak for both of us when we say we find it to be the most fascinating component, I think, of autonomous, I guess you say, functions, right? Within the IoT community is drones. That's the biggest. So my question to you is, what misconceptions about drones or UAV technology would you like to address for our listeners?
Okay, yeah, there are a lot of them, but they're funny, I would say. Just like drones are just toys. We know it's not. So a lot of government, a lot of enterprise customers, they use them. They already use them the day to day. It's like a truck. Like another misconception is that drone can fly indefinitely. So they have quite limited flight time, really. So for multi-rotor drone, it's up to 1 hour usually, not more than 1 hour for now. So all drones have cameras. I just found them on the internet. I didn't know actually.
Yeah, it's fine. It's
So
fine.
Not every drone have a camera right now, and we sell a lot without the camera, and even without the LTE. We sell drones without the LTE. Some customers want to remove this. Drones are only for military or government use. No, so you see the drone for wedding. Drone require no skills to operate. It's also so drone require a lot of skills to operate, and you need to know how to pilot the drone and how to see your surroundings, how to make all this operation safe. It's quite important skill, really.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's really, really important skill. And for now,
So do you think as an operator going through a drone training is the most important, like, part of, like, one of the more important parts of the process as well?
It's one of the parts. I wouldn't say it's the most important, but it's one of the crucial parts. So if you remove this won't work. But you need a drone, you need an operator, you need regulations, you need all this.
Right. It's a full package.
So, yeah, it's a full package, and training is a part of the package. But if your pilot is inexperienced, then it will end badly.
Right.
So
are there any upcoming projects or innovations at SkyDrones that you're particularly excited about, and you can share it with us that's not under NDA, or I think that would gain some of the people talking about after the end of this podcast and checking you guys out and coming to hit you up on LinkedIn? Because Yuri is a very cool guy.
Thank you. So we are working towards artificial intelligence a lot, really a lot, about, like, as I said, about data processing, about
and SkyDrones.
it's SkyDrones, yeah. about application of artificial intelligence to various means of drones to make the drone more autonomous and more smart, I would say. Um, say connectivity, some projects that I cannot disclose. About the flight time, like more flight time for all
Well,
this.
what are you doing publicly? Something new that you might be dropping soon. Is there something you could tell us? Is there something you could tell the people? Is there?
I can tell about hydrogen drones, as I said.
Yeah.
So the drone will have like much more flight time, I believe.
So
Maybe
Yuri,
not.
can you talk about what are you guys going to do in Canada? Because you guys are coming back to Canada. I keep seeing like advertisement on that, and I also see you guys just sent out a Skylane 250 was on
Yeah.
LinkedIn. So you can talk about those. Those are public. You guys put it on LinkedIn. So expand on that.
I can tell you definitely. So now Maxim is now in Canada with a business visit. So he has plenty of meetings to develop our business in North America, in Canada, in North America, and also Mars District, something. It's a quite large organization in Canada that invited them to, and they organize plenty of visits to Canadian organizations, to Canadian government, just for us to make the necessary networking and to launch our business there, I think. So this is about Canada. And I think from business perspective, we will grow in Canada and in North America. We have several partners there, by the way, for training, for integration, for everything. And for Skylane 250, I should say, I'll tell you about this really. So we have Skylane line of drones. Those are fixed wing drones. That smallest Skylane 250 can fly like for 300 kilometers. And the largest battery powered Skylane 350 can fly for 5 hours and can fly for roughly 500 kilometers. And it can fly like you see to France.
Wow.
Technically, it can fly to Paris.
What's the flight time on that one?
5 hours.
5 hours. Yeah.
5 hours. Yeah. And then if we go to like some gasoline propulsion, combustion engines, it can be 10 hours. 10 hours flight time, it can be 1,000 kilometers.
What's the weight on one of those?
So smallest, 15 kilos. That's quite small. And then we go upper and upper, 35 kilos and 65 kilos, and up to 200 kilograms with 50 kilos of payload. So larger. And much easier to operate the drone that is sub 25 kilograms because of the regulation.
For our US viewers, kg, it's not pounds. So if you're looking at pounds, the conversion is times 2.
55 pounds. 55 pounds, yeah. but they have the same regulations on this, like 25 kilos, 55 pounds, yeah.
Yeah, roughly speaking.
And we will see drones really.
Okay, so I have one last question for you.
And it's a question that we ask all our guests. This is the question I would say.
So where do you see cybersecurity playing a role in the future of UAS and UAV, so drones in general?
So we discussed a lot of risks to cybersecurity risks that drone can have, like drone applications can have, and of course cybersecurity should be applied to those drones. So imagine drone is flying computer. You have servers that are drones connected. All this should be secure. Channels should be secure. Like the servers itself, the computers itself, they should be secure because there are a lot of attack surfaces there. So there should be some thoughtful approach on building, like doing risk assessment and risk mitigation after that. I think like for now, there is not so much applications for commercial companies to care a lot about this. But after that, they will just hire cybersecurity companies. Like imagine a large retailer like Amazon, for example. They have server, so they hire a cybersecurity team to make those things like not easy to hack. That's the same.
Right, or you come to cybersecurity experts in UAV, such as AppIQ, of course, and you do that as well. So I think what you're saying is right on. I think that's, like you said, there's many attack surfaces, and as people begin to take on their drones and push them into operation, it's something that will definitely come up in the future, in the very near future. Yeah. But we want to plug you guys. So if you want to just tell everyone the name of your company, where they can find you, your LinkedIn profile, and just, let them be able to reach you guys if they want to contact you about purchasing drones or any things like that. So
we'll definitely put that on the description as well for the viewers to click on. So
hopefully, you can put a few links for me, that would be amazing.
Of course.
So we are SkyDrones Technologies. So it's easy to find our site, sky-drones.com. Also, we have LinkedIn company profile and my profile as well. On company profile, we publish a lot of new coming technology, a lot of our trials and things, some new things. So you can just follow LinkedIn. It's the most efficient way to be in touch with us. And you can drop me a message on LinkedIn. Well, drop me a message on LinkedIn. That's fine. I have an open profile, and like everybody can send a message to me.
Can you drop them your name so they can reach you? I will drop it in the description as well, but just let
we'll
them know
drop
who
it.
you are.
Yeah, my name is Yuri Stelmakh, and also you can better provide them with my LinkedIn profile, with a link to LinkedIn profile and my name. Fine. So somebody interested can connect to me and send a
Absolutely.
message. Yeah.
That sounds perfect. Thank you for coming in our podcast, Cyber and Things. And thank you guys, everybody. Yuri, it was a pleasure.
It was a pleasure. We're glad to connect with you. Definitely pick up a cup of tea at some point when we come to the UK. Send us any thing that you guys want, and we'll be glad to have you on again some other time.
Yeah, come to see us in London. Glad to have a coffee with you, and thank you for having me here. And sorry for being a bit nerdy. I do a lot of
No.
stuff.
No, Yuri. Thank you very much. Really appreciate
You're in
it.
good company. You're
Okay.
All right.
Thank
Thank
you,
you very
guys.
much.
Yeah.
All right.
Thank you.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Speak soon.